ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able, remove your hat, and join the Seaman Viking under the direction of Mr. Terry Staley and Mrs. Anna Kennedy as they present our national anthem. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Seaman High School and Seaman Stadium. Tonight's contest matches the Indians of Manhattan High School versus your Seaman High School Vikings. Both teams are coming off victories last week as the Indians upended the Topeka High Trojans 42-6, and the Vikings defeated the Topeka West Chargers 59-14. The Manhattan Indians are coached by Joe Stark, and the Vikings are coached by Glenn O'Neill.
Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome into our coverage of Seaman Viking Television here live on YouTube. I'm Lane Gillespie. We thank you all so much for tuning in to this exciting high school football matchup between the Manhattan Indians and your Seaman Vikings. The Vikings are coming off of a win here at home, as you may have seen on our broadcast. It was against the Topeka West Chargers, 59-14. The Manhattan Indians are 2-2 coming into this game. They defeated Topeka High last week 42-6. So neither of these teams are to be messed with. The guy to look for Manhattan is Dane Aschenbrenner. He's kind of the heart and soul of this offense. He had 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns against Topeka High last week. But the heart and soul of the offense for the Vikings is Reed Cowan. He had 3 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns last week in their sound win. Just about started we're just about to get started here at Seaman High School. Ike Pringle to kick off for the Vikings, back deep to return for the Indians. Is Joe Hall. Kick is away, and we are underway as Hall will return it inside the 5. It looked like he was at around the 3. And he's wrapped up at around the 15-yard line, and that's where Manhattan will start off their day. It's Caden Heidenrich with the tackle. And that's where we will get things started. Like I said, their quarterback, Dane Ashenbrenner, the 5'10", 185 senior quarterback for this Manhattan roster. In the 6A class of Kansas. And historically, they've been a pretty good ball team. Ashenbrenner looks like he'll just run it off the edge. He bulldozes a man and pushes forward for a couple extra yards. And I think they're going to give him the first.
Ashenbrenner on the carry. Tackled by number 9, Camden Bartek. First down yardage.
And what a way to start it for the Indians.
First and 10 in Manhattan at the 27-yard line.
Looks like the same formation as last time. It looks like the shotgun is their go-to. Why not? If you have a dual threat quarterback in Ashenbrenner, you can go ahead. But this time it is a run on first down, and he'll only get a gain of about 3 yards on the play, and that was Talik Houston.
Tackle on number 3, Peyton Murray. Doing a 3 on the play, brings up 2nd and 7.
This brings up 2nd down and about medium. This time, he'll look to throw. It is a short pass, knocked away and incomplete. Kason Stahlbomber was there to knock it away. And 3rd down. It's a bit of a short pass. Joe Hall really had to try to go for it as it was really low, just about to his shoelaces. And it brings up 3rd down off the good defense from Stahlbomber. 3rd down and 7 for the Indians here in the early going. Talik Houston is in the backfield right next to Ashenbrenner. And Ashenbrenner looks like he's going to run. Nope, he just fires it late to Hall. Hall tried to juke to the right, but is wrapped up, brought down short of the line to gain by about 4 yards. And it will be 4th down for the Indians, and we'll see what they do. Ashenbrenner is also their punter. Or at least he had 3 punts in their last game. So Ashenbrenner could do everything. Ashenbrenner is back to punt. And the Vikings coaches are calling timeout here on 4th down. There may have not been enough guys on the field. No, there were. I count 11. Maybe just some miscommunication on who was supposed to be out there. Well, the Vikings just waste their first time out of the ballgame. If you're just joining us, Manhattan Indians versus the Seaman Vikings here at Seaman Stadium. Vikings come into this one 3-1. Indians come into this one 2-2. We're not even 2 minutes into the ballgame. It is a very cool night here at Seaman High School. The lights are out. It is fairly dark outside, with temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s near kickoff, but it could go into the upper 50s to low 60s by the time this game comes to an end. Once again, it will be Ashenbrenner to punt it. Back deep to return Peyton Murray and Caden Meredith for the Vikings. They were lined up at the 30. Now they were told to go up a few more yards. The returners are around the 40-yard line. The Seaman 40, I should say. Punt is away. It is high. It is a bit short. It will probably land at around the 40. The Vikings have got to make sure that they don't touch it, and they will not. And it will come to rest at the Seaman 36-yard line, and that's where the Vikings will start it off. Their offense this year has been absolutely stellar in their first 4 games this season. They can do it in the air and they can do it on the ground, led by quarterback Reed Cowan and some good receivers in Jordan Zahn, Case, and Stahlbomber. Stahlbomber can run it as well. The main running back is Nathan Zephyr-John. Zephyr-John's got some good numbers to his name. On first down, it will be a quick pass from Cowan, and it looked like Peyton Murray had to go low for it, but they're going to rule it incomplete, and they're going to say it hit the ground, and that'll bring up second down and 10.
Falls incomplete. Second down and 10.
Not much of a windy day here at Seaman High School, just about 5 miles an hour, but the tiny flags on the goalposts are barely even moving. So overall, it is a great day for football here in the first Friday of October of 2020. It'll be a handoff, Zephyr-John, and he won't go far. Gain of 1 at most.
Nathan Zephyr-John on the carry.
And already spelling trouble for the Vikings. Third down and 9. It's on their first set of downs of the ball game.
Third and 9.
This time it'll be a shotgun for Cowan, and I assume they're going to throw. And yes, they are. A great block from Zephyr-John. Fires it about medium, but Peyton Murray's going to get hit immediately after he caught it across the 40. They're going to mark him at the 42. And it's fourth down for the Vikings, and the punting unit is coming onto the field. So on their first possession, they go 3 and out. Not a good start for either team offensively.
Bring up fourth down and 4 for the Vikings.
Nathan Zephyr-John looking to punt it off for the Vikings. Back deep to return is Tyjon Jackson for the Indians. 10 on the play clock as Zephyr-John waits for the snap. And the punt is deep and low. What a booming punt. It's going to roll back. Maybe it can stop. Yes, it will. Inside the 10 to the 6.
Nathan Zephyr-John on the punt. All the way down to the 7-yard line.
That's about a 50-yarder, folks.
First and 10, Manhattan.
I can't quite think of the exact math to how long of a punt that was, but yeah, that's around 50. Second possession of the ball game for the Indians puts them deep in their own territory. They have 93 yards to try to work with if they want to score. It's a wildcat and the ball is out, and the Vikings are going to say they have it. And yes, they do. The Vikings have it inside their own 10. That was not Ashenprinter, that was in the backfield. That was Keenan Sharps, who's the backup quarterback, or maybe they're running a 2 QB system. But it was a miscommunication on the handoff, and they fumbled the ball. First and goal, Vikings at the 8.
At the 8-yard line.
Vikings in prime position to work with here, but they only gained 6 yards on their first set of downs. Handoff, Zephyr-John finding a lane, still pushing forward, brought down at the 2 for a gain of 5. They're going to call him at the 3 instead of the 2. It will be second down and goal on a huge run for Zephyr-John. Now they call him at the 2.
Tackled by number 40, Zach Percy for the Indians.
Zephyr-John's the one that's in the backfield for the Vikings. This time, it will be a keeper for Cowan, and he'll only go a yard. I don't know if that was the set play or if there was miscommunication between Cowan and Zephyr-John. I think that was the set play to try to throw the defense off. It's third and goal, and they only have 1 yard to work with. The wind is actually starting to pick up here. Handoff, Stahlbomber up the gut, and he's in! Touchdown, Vikings! 6-0 Vikings. Ike Pringle to kick the extra point for the Vikes. And already a good start for them. Kicks away, gotta look out, but he gets it off, and the kick is good. 7-0 Vikings in the early going. A fumble defensive lead for the Vikings put them inside their own 10, around the 7-yard line. So it only took them 7 yards to go to the house on 3 plays on a rushing touchdown from Kason Stahlbomber.
3 plays, 8 yards. And a 1-yard touchdown run by
Although they have a touchdown, they only have 13 total yards on the ball game, if you just count the offense. So like I said earlier, they got 6 yards on their opening possession, and then just 7 here. Again, the Vikings kicking it off. Ike Pringle to kick. Joe Hall back deep to return for the Manhattan Indians. Kick is returned by Hall at around the 5, trying to get the left edge, wrapped up again inside the 20. This time it's around the 12, and this time Caden Heidenrich doing it again.
For the Indians, brought down first by Caden Heidenrich for the Vikings. Ball will be spotted at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10, Indians.
Manhattan deep in their own territory again. Their 3rd possession of the ball game. First play is a handoff on the outside. Not going far. That is Aschenbrenner in as a running back.
Aschenbrenner on the carry.
This looked like the quarterback who received the snap is Keenan Sharts. So yeah, it does look like they're going with a 2 QB system between Keenan and Dane. And they both can throw the ball well. Sharts will hand it off to Aschenbrenner again, this time trying to go on the right edge. Spins away from a defender, almost lost the ball, but retained possession, and it's a 1st down at the 25.
About 9 yards on the play, good enough for a 1st down.
And, you know, wouldn't you believe this?
Poulter,
2nd 1st down for the Indians in 3 possessions. The Vikings have none. The only 1st downs that they have gotten were to start off their possessions. Sharts will hand it off. This time it's to Houston, but he's going to get down just shy of the line of scrimmage, or maybe they'll call no gain.
Khalid Houston on the carry. Brought down by number 86, Brady Holly.
And they are going to say no gain. 2nd down and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Come on, Dave!
Aschenbrenner is in at the running back. And he will get the handoff, trying to go on the right side, hit hard after a gain of about 2 or 3. And that time it was Aiden Poulter with the hit. And it is third down.
Gain of 3 brings up third down and 7 yards to go.
Third down for the Indians. Line to gain is the 35, as Aschenbrenner will throw on this play. Pressure was coming, but he threw it left, and it was caught for a first down. And that was Tate Brown, the receiver. And a flag is down right around where the play ended, and we'll see who this is on.
Brown.
What game are you watching?
There's a flag on the play.
And it might be on the Vikings. I can't tell who this is going to be on. They're going to say helmet to helmet hit on Zephyrjohn. That's usually the kind of signal for targeting, but no targeting was called. It was just helmet to helmet contact. And it will be first down and 10 Indians at the Vikings 48.
The ball inside Viking territory, first and 10 at the 48-yard line for Manhattan.
Just under 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Aschenbrenner will run on the QB keeper, cutting left, gets a sizable gain of about 6, and a flag is down late. And one thing I may have seen was that somebody grabbed the nameplate of Aschenbrenner, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the call. They're going to say on the defense, and you know, I mean, the one thing I saw, he did grab somebody's nameplate. Now it's going to be a face mask instead. And another careless mistake for the Vikings defense. It's 2 15-yard penalties and that's a 5-yard face mask, in fact. I know there's a difference between a 5-yard and a 15-yard. A 5-yard is probably just touching the face mask. First down and, would you believe it, 1. And a handoff to Houston on the outside. Flag down again, and it's into the backfield, which might be a holding. And he did not get the first down. They're going to call him just short of the line to gain. Let's check the flag, and they are pointing towards the offense. And that will push them back 10 yards. See where they mark the ball. The flag is at the 42, which might put them at the Manhattan 48. Yes, it will. The Manhattan 48, which is first down and 14. Wow, just like week 1, we have a helicopter flying over the field. I'm not quite sure who that is. This is interesting. Anyways, back to the game. First down and 14, and a wacky possession that this has been. It'll be a handoff. Houston going over a defender, but goes nowhere further, I should say, and I think it's going to be no gain.
Houston on the carry, brought down to number 66, Ewan Mills.
There's a coach on the Seaman sideline saying it should be third down, not second down. And that's what the officials are going to confer over. And, you know, to me, I thought it was, I think it's supposed to be second down, but let's see. They keep it to second down. I don't know. I thought they got it correct, but I'll have to look back after this game. Ashenbrenner looking to throw, fires, it is intercepted! Nathan Zephyrdon down the sideline, one man to beat. Wrapped up, brought down inside the 20.
Interception. Seaman Viking, number 17, Nathan Zephyrdon.
Well, that'll certainly turn it around. First down and 10 Vikings at the Manhattan 19. And once again, another opportunity to score.
First and 10 Vikings at the 19-yard line.
On first down, it will be a handoff to Peyton Murray. He found an edge. He found another lane. He rips away from a defender, gets down inside the 5. Peyton Murray, they're going to mark him at the 3-yard line, and it will be first and goal at the 3.
Pardon me, 41, Dante Walters. First and goal, Seaman at the 3-yard line.
QB sneak, running up the gut. Touchdown, Vikings. That fooled everybody on the Manhattan defense, as it looked like only Cowan moved. 13-0 Vikes. Reed Cowan's first rushing touchdown of the game. Hold was bobbled, but re-centered, and the extra point was good by Ike Pringle, and it's 14-0 Vikings. The Manhattan offense really started moving the ball downfield. Some fans out there, I'll have to check the replay again, I couldn't quite tell what happened, but a lot of fans out there will say ball don't lie, as after a bit of a questionable call, thinking that it should have been third down rather than second down on that next play. It was an interception from Nathan Zephyrdon that brought them inside the 20 and into the red zone immediately, and the Vikings capitalized 2 plays later. They have all the momentum in the world right now against this star-studded Manhattan team. Vikings are going to be real contenders come playoff time. And when it comes to the playoffs, if you're unaware, unless something has changed this year due to the rules because of the COVID-19 pandemic, usually the home team is the team in each game that is the better seeded team. And the better the Vikings do, the more opportunities they will have at home, and we would be able to broadcast that to all of you.
Scoring drive, 2 plays, 19 yards.
Ike Pringle to kick off. Joe Hall back deep to return for the Indians. 14-0 Seaman. Once again, this will be returnable, and this time it's at the 6. And Joe Hall this time will run right. He ran left the last couple of times. He found an edge on the right sideline, but is wrapped up and pushed out of bounds. Nope, they're going to say he stayed in bounds across the 35. To my eyes, I thought he stepped out around the 30, but they call him at the 36. But do keep in mind, the officials have a lot better view than I do. They're right on the field.
Manhattan from the 36-yard line.
The 4th possession for the Indians here in the first quarter. They've had 2 turnovers so far, one of them a fumble, and the other one an interception on their last possession. Ashenbrenner with the option. He will keep it, and he's hit hard after a gain of about 2, and that hit was by number 23, Caden Ireland.
Brought down by Caden Ireland.
And they call it a gain of 3, second down and 7 for the Vikings. Receiver in motion. It will be a jet sweep, but he goes just about a yard at most. Let's see who that ball carrier was. That was Israel Newby, the 5'5" senior running back. He has the speed, but he just didn't have that many blockers, and it's 3rd down and 6. As we reach the closing minute 20 of the first quarter. Mason Reed is in the backfield, right by Aschenbrenner. Motion up front, nothing called. It will be an option. He will pitch it out to Reed, and Reed will go out of bounds after a gain of about 1 or 2, and that's 4th down. They call it a gain of 1, and I think it will be a punt, which will be their 3rd of this first quarter.
4th down and 5 to go.
It will be a punt. Cade Meredith, Peyton Murray back deep to return. Ashlyn Brenner, the punter. Snap was high, but the punt is away. It is another high kick that will not be returnable. And it will go down at the 32. That is a 29-yard punt.
The punt is touched down at the 31-yard line of the Vikings. They will take over 1st and 10.
And they'll say 1st down at the 31-yard line with less than a minute to go here in the first. It'll be a handoff to Peyton Murray. He found a hole, but he'll get a gain of 4 on 1st down. And they mark him down at the 35.
About 4 yards.
Game clock is under the play clock, so we'll see if the Vikings run one more play or if they decide to take this to the second quarter.
2nd down and 6.
And they will just let it run to the second quarter. The Vikings with a thunderous first quarter, 14-0 to score after 12 minutes of action.
Seaman Viking 14, Manhattan Indians 0.
One quarter down, and to start off this second quarter, it'll be 2nd down and 6 Vikings at their own 35. Cowan will look to throw here on 2nd down. He'll look right, but the pass is just a bit too high, intended for Peyton Murray, and incomplete. It is 3rd down.
Pass to Peyton Murray falls incomplete. Third down and 6.
It's a shotgun, so it looks like it will be a pass here on third down. And it looks like pressure will show as the Indians stack 8 in the box. Pressure's coming. Cowan's got to hurry, and he goes down behind the 25. A good defensive stand for the Indians to start off the second quarter, and it's 4th and long. And the punting unit will come onto the field.
Tackle for loss by number 21, Sequoia Robinson. Brings up 4th down for the Vikings.
Zephyr John to punt, and Tyjon Jackson to return. You're on 4th and 14. Punt is away, another low punt that Jackson will have to race after. That bounces, he fumbled the ball, and he looked like he tried to land on it, did he? I think he did. And he did. Man, that was close to another turnover, if you could say that. But the Indians will start off at their own 26-yard line.
All the way down to the 26-yard line is where the Indians will begin their drive. First and 10.
Even though the score shows mostly Vikings so far, this Manhattan offense is actually pretty stellar. So do not count them out yet. They are still within striking distance, even though they have nothing on the board yet. You just got to capitalize on a couple of mistakes. On a handoff to Ashenbrenner, and is brought down immediately by Kobe Jordan. The flag is down late, and we'll see what it is.
Kobe Jordan. There's a penalty flag on the field. Personal foul. Against the Vikings, number 28. 15-yard penalty.
Well, that's Caden Meredith, and that wasn't the tackler. I couldn't quite tell what happened. Yeah, Caden wasn't near the play, I don't think, but a bit of a scuffle after the play ended. Well, much ado about nothing as we go to another play and another personal foul on the Vikings. That's their third, I believe, of the ball game. On first down at their own 45. Handoff Ashenbrenner, finding an edge on the right side, evading a defender, and gets a gain of 11. The ball came out, but they're going to say he was down. It was picked up by Manhattan anyway, as Talik Houston looked like he was going to go even further, but they marked him down at the Viking 44. Keenan Shart's clapping to his team, saying, "Come on, guys, let's get it going."
At the Viking 44-yard line.
Finally have an opportunity to strike. It's mainly been the rushing attack on this game so far, and they have guys with some wheels. On first down, handoff to Houston, bounces off a defender, but doesn't go much further, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Malik Houston on the carry. Pardon me, they call it no gain, so it is second down and 10 as we reach 10 minutes to go in the first half. No gain on the play, second down and 10.
Handoff to Ashenbrenner, brought down at the line of scrimmage, and a flag down late, looks like a face mask.
On the third. First foul.
Yep, sure is.
32 directed. 15 yards.
The fourth personal foul on the Vikings. From my angle, it looked like a good call, despite what the fans here might say. The officials in red and blue here in the stands at Seaman Stadium. First down and 10 inside the 30 at the 29.
15-yard penalty on the Vikings moves it
And just
to the
careless
29
mistakes by the
yard
Vikings
line.
defense has brought them this far. Seaman coach's box is to my right, and I feel like if there's another personal foul, they're going to scream. On first down, handoff Aschenbrenner, gain of 3 as he's brought down at the 26.
Danny Aschenbrenner on the
If they do call it a gain of 3, second down and 7.
Ewan Mills. 3-yard gain brings up second down and 7.
Shart's still the quarterback. Aschenbrenner is the running back in the backfield, and he'll get the ball off the handoff, cutting left as he originally went right and is brought down around the line to gain, but are they going to give him the first? I don't think they are. Nope, they're going to mark him a yard short. Third down and short. They're going to mark him 3rd and 1, I believe. Yep, they do, right at the 20.
Brings up 3rd and a yard.
Huge play on both sides as Manhattan is in the red zone for the first time today. It's Aschenbrenner in a shotgun with Houston to his right, and Aschenbrenner will keep it. He got the first, going around the right edge, and he is gone! Touchdown Indians on 3rd down and 1 at the 20. Dane Aschenbrenner gives the Indians their first touchdown of the ball game as they finally strike with 8:08 to go in the second. To kick the extra point is Grant Snowden, the 6'1" junior. As a late substitution coming in for Manhattan. So hopefully for them that won't draw a flag. It was somebody on their offense who originally thought he was just coming off the field. The kick is away and it looked good from here, and it is. 14-7 as the Indians finally strike. We'll see how the Vikings will retaliate. Good rushing offense on that last possession, but it was 2 personal foul calls on that possession that just moved them further down the field. I think the officials are getting an earful from the Vikings coach about something. I know there are a lot of fans here and a lot of people up here in the press box that were not thrilled about at least the face mask call, but in my eyes, it looked like a good call. I couldn't quite tell what the one on Meredith was. That was away from the play. A now 1-possession game as the Vikings will get the ball back after the kickoff. And the first kickoff of the ball game for the Indians. The Vikings will get the ball back to start off second half, if any of you are wondering. As it will be Grant Snowden to kick it off. Back deep to return for the Vikings is Caden Meredith.
Touchdown by number 9, Dane Aschenbrenner. Caden Meredith got deep to receive for the Vikings.
Bit of a shift by the kicking team. I wouldn't see why they would try something. It's only the second quarter. We're still waiting on things to get started. And finally, the whistle blows. Kick is away. It is going to be returnable by Meredith at the 13-yard line. Meredith finds a lane on the right side and is brought down across the 30. He was still going for a couple extra yards, and they'll mark him at the 31. I like the second effort that these Vikings have been doing all season long. They're not giving up on the play. If they think there's still a slim chance that they're up, they will keep going. Little setup shot for the Vikings offense. First down and 10 at their own 31. shotgun set here on first down. That is Nathan Zephyrjohn in the backfield next to Reed Cowan. But Cowan will throw. He'll look left, caught by Stahlbomber at the 35 and gets a couple extra yards. Ball is out! But they're going to say the Vikings will keep the ball, I think. Yeah, they will. Second down and 6. They call it a gain of 4. I don't know if they called him down first, or I don't know how Manhattan got the ball. That was on the far side of the field. But in the end, it's still Vikings ball. Second down and 6. The confusion from this Vikings offense as this time Cowan is under center. And a handoff to Zephyrjohn, but he won't go far. Maybe a loss of 1, if anything. And it will be third down and 6, maybe 6.5.
Number 55, Darius O'Connell on the stop. Third down and 6.
This is a big play for this first half because Manhattan has some momentum and they could go in the other direction. Nobody in the backfield by Cowan, so of course he'll look to throw. Pressure was coming, and it is a short screen pass caught by Cauley, and he has an open lane inside the 50, brought down around the 40. What a perfect play call that was. Pressure was coming, but it was just a short screen pass near the line of scrimmage for a huge gain. All the way to the Manhattan 40-yard line. It is first down, Vikings.
Tackle by number 40, Zach Kersey. First and 10, Vikings.
Handoff to Zephyrjohn on first down. And it looked like he was wrapped up near the line, but he got 5.
Nathan Zephyrjohn.
Man, what a tough team the Vikings are. Like I said earlier, if they don't for a second believe that they are down, they will just keep on trucking. Second down and 5 for the Vikings at the Manhattan 35. Murray will hand it off on second down. Zephyrjohn got hit immediately, but gets a gain of 4, and it'll be third down and short for the Vikings.
Nathan Zephyrjohn on the carry.
And we have an injured Manhattan player on the play.
Third down and 1. Timeout for injury. Seaman High School would like to thank the sports medicine physicians and athletic trainers of Cotton O'Neill Orthopedic and Sports Medicine for providing excellent medical coverage at many of our events. On the sidelines for tonight's game are sports medicine physicians Dr. Ryan Conlon and athletic trainer Mike Longhopper. Thank you for giving our student athletes the absolute best of medical attention throughout the year. Good to see Jeremiah Eustaquio up for Manhattan.
Pardon for mispronunciation. I look like Jeremiah Eustaquio. And as we get things reset, it is 3rd down and 1 for the Vikings at the Manhattan 31. Motion up front. Ball came out. It was a QB keeper as nobody on the O-line moved except for Cowan. Just like that touchdown play that happened earlier. And it's a first down. It's one of the wackiest plays I've seen. I don't know if that was a set play or if the rest of the O-line did not know what the snap count was other than the center and the quarterback. And it doesn't matter if the rest of the O-line moves or not. As long as the ball is snapped, it's fair game. First down at the 27. Handoff on the left side, it's Ireland going across the 25, brought down at the 23.
Ireland on the carry.
And they'll call it a gain of 4, second down and 6 yards.
Gain of about 4 yards on the play, second down and 6.
Handoff to Peyton Murray, wrapped up, brought down in the backfield, and that's a huge loss. That's around the original line of scrimmage and a loss of 4. So it'll be 3rd down and 10.
Tackle by Damian Alalio, number 45. Loss of about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Cowan will look to throw. He has a man on the right side, but it is just out of the outstretched arms of Colley and incomplete. He had him open by a couple of yards, and he could not quite get it. Ike Pringle's walking up the sideline saying, are we going to kick it? And they are. Ike Pringle will come out to kick. And we'll see how long this will be. This will be a long one. 27. That usually makes it. That is a 43-yard kick for Ike Pringle, and he has the leg. But does he have the accuracy on this one? 4th down and 10, a 44-yarder officially. The kick is away. It was just short. I thought it had the leg for a second, but man, he was just short and a bit wide to the right.
No good. First and 10, Manhattan at the 27-yard
It's first down and 10 at their own 27 for the Indians. Handoff to Houston, trying to run outside, found a lane, still spinning through, and he's still trying to go, but they will finally mark him down with forward progress at the 32. The Indians have all 3 timeouts if they want to try to score and tie the game up before the half ends.
Brady Colley, number 86 on the stop. 5-yard pickup brings up second down and 5.
Come on, D!
We now officially reach under 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And the Vikings get ball to start off the second half. Handoff, Aschenbrenner found a lane, and he is brought down after a gain of 4 and 3rd and short. Like I said, the Indians have all 3 timeouts. The Vikings have 2.
Kobe Jordan on the stop for the Vikes. Bring up 3rd down and short.
2.5 minutes to go. 3rd down and 1 for the Indians. More than likely, this will be a run just to try to get the first down. And it is. Aschenbrenner diving over the line and gets the first, plus a couple more yards, and they will say he is at the 39. And a fresh set of downs for Manhattan.
First and 10, Indians at the 39-yard
Well, they've got to hurry. Tempo is not something they're focusing on, as time is not on their side. If they keep running the ball, that's just going to kill them. But they will run the ball. Houston has it, and he'll only get a gain of 2. And timeout called by Manhattan.
Houston on the carry.
I think that is the right thing to do. And I think they need to try to take a couple of deep shots with a couple of throws.
Gain of a couple of yards.
They do officially call gain of 2, second down and 8.
Manhattan.
While we have this break, I would like to send a special shout out, like I do with every week, Ethan Guzman, the other man on this production. And this is a very complicated production to do with only 2 people, but we've made it work. And we do see the issue with, the camera work doesn't look too great. So we are trying to fix that issue. We're trying to get a couple of upgrades maybe before basketball season starts up, because we will broadcast basketball games. All varsity girls and boys basketball games at home, I should say, will be broadcast on Seaman Viking Television on YouTube. But after this game, there is one more regular season game, at least a home game, a regular season home game. If the Vikings continue to succeed as they are doing, it looks like we'll have some playoff games here at Seaman High School as well, which we will, like I said earlier, we'll be able to broadcast those. Second down and 8 at the Manhattan 41-yard line. It is a shotgun, so they will look to throw. Aschenbrenner will keep it though, and he has room to run it. He has the first down and brought down from behind at the Viking 45. The clock will stop momentarily until they set the ball, because it is first down, and Manhattan saying hurry up and set down the ball.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They have 2 timeouts remaining, and once again a shotgun with Aschenbrenner, the quarterback. Another throw. Looks right, has some blockers. He'll run again. And this time it'll only be a gain of about 2, maybe 2.5. And yep, they are going to say 2. And they're at the 42-yard line, second down and 8. Still not really using the tempo to their advantage. They're really slowing it down. Aschenbrenner looks deep, has a man one-on-one. It is incomplete. Some contact, nothing called. And it will be third down and long for the Manhattan Indians. The clock does stop with 49 seconds.
Pass intended for number 24, Israel Moody.
So we'll see what they do.
By number 9, Camden Varda. Third down and 8 yards to go.
Play clock at 12 as they are just now receiving the play from the sideline. They gotta hurry. For the game clock's not running, but now the play clock's at 4, 3, 2, and a timeout called by Manhattan. It's another one of the careless mistakes that you really have to avoid. Just the play clock running down and you just burn a timeout, even though the play clock, or pardon me, the game clock isn't even running.
Students, parents, and football fans, we ask for your help in continuing to follow the district safety and health guidelines by wearing masks, distancing, and using the designated seating areas as marked in the bleachers. Please visit family units when possible and avoid congregating in groups throughout the stadium and concourse areas. We ask that you be respectful to others in attendance at tonight's game, and we appreciate your hearing of these requests.
That was the Superintendent Dr. Noble on the public address mic, if you could hear that. Basically saying, you know, be careful in these times. Wear your mask, socially distance if possible. So we're in a very weird time right now. That's why we only have limited fans here at Seaman Stadium. 3rd down and 8 for the Indians. Scoreboard says 2nd down, but the line says 3rd down. As Aschenbrenner will look to throw, picked off by Peyton Murray.
Peyton Murray on the interception for the Vikings.
It'll be 1st down, Vikings at the 33. We'll see if they will try to run a few plays, maybe try to score again. As like I said, they get ball start 2nd half. They have 2 timeouts with 46 seconds to work with. Last week against Topeka West, they had the similar situation, but with only 20 seconds ago when they played against T West, and they did score. In fact, they scored twice. They got a defensive touchdown as the clock in the 1st half expired. Might run a few plays. I don't see why not. Got plenty of time. Plus a couple of TOs if you need it. Cowan will keep it. Going on the right side after he faked the handoff, a stiff arm, and brought down inside the 50, and a late flag, which looks like will be on the defense, and will add 15. What a play by Reed Cowan. The perfect play call to fake a couple of handoffs and just let it be a QB keeper. Reed Cowan has the speed. I'm pretty sure there's going to be either a horse collar. It is a face mask. Still a personal foul, and it does tack on 15 more. See where they spot the ball. Manhattan, 33-yard line. And in just a span of about 8 seconds, the Vikings have great position to work with. They'll look to throw on 1st down, looking deep to the left side, one-on-one, pass is caught, a flag is down. Well, the ball came out late. It is an incomplete pass, but a flag came down as the ball was being guided towards Zahn. So we'll see if this is an interference.
There is a penalty flag on the play.
Zahn almost had it inside the 5, but the ball popped out late. See what this is on. So we're still waiting for the call. It is defensive pass interference, which does tack on 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. So 2 costly penalties for the Indians. Puts the Vikings in the red zone.
Move the ball to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10, Vikes.
Looking to throw after the penalty. This time it's just the same play, and it is caught. Kaysen Stahlbommer, touchdown, Vikings! Kaysen Stahlbommer's 2nd touchdown of the game, the 1st receiving touchdown for him, as he has a rushing touchdown earlier. Ike Pringle to kick the extra point to make it 21-7. He gets it down and through. 21-7, Seaman Vikings with 26 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Seaman Viking
Mike Pringle will kick it off,
3 plays,
and Joel
57
Hall
yards.
is back deep to return for Manhattan.
Capped off with an 18-yard touchdown pass from Reed Cowan to Jason Stallbanger.
Just a squib kick that hits off of an Indian and is going towards the end zone, and he's going to dive on it, and it goes out of bounds, but because it was touched, that's where they're going to start with the ball. What a mistake. In that situation, you got to pick it up and try to run with it, not try to dive on it. Because they mark him at the 2.
Kickoff by Mike Pringle is touched down out of bounds at the 2-yard line by Manhattan.
What a wacky game this is.
10 at the 2.
It's going to be almost impossible to take a knee. So you're just going to have to try to run the ball, I think. Now it's just a QB sneak, and they'll gain a yard. And I think that's going to end the first half. 'Cause yeah, like I said, that was going to be impossible to take a knee. Clock continues to run, and that will look to do it for the first half. These Seaman Vikings are on a roll offensively and defensively, ending the first half on a strong note. It is 21-7 at the half. The Vikings lead. At halftime, there will be performances by the Vikettes and the band, so make sure to stick around for that if you want to watch. I'll be back in about 18 minutes for second half action, but until then, make sure to enjoy the halftime festivities. You're watching Seaman Viking Television, wow, here, live on YouTube.
And now, for your halftime entertainment, please welcome your SHS Vikettes performing their kick routine.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another halftime performance given by the Seaman High School Marching Vikings. Tonight's music will entertain us featuring half of the marching bikes, along with our auxiliary dance team performing the first three songs of this year's team extended weekend. The runners for the marching bikes are Ellie Noble, Leah Ford, and introducing head drummer Taking Fox. Drummers, is the band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, happy to see you in high school marching bikes. The extended weekend opens with Saturday in the Park by Chicago. And now, Sunday Night Football, featuring the song NFL Fox. relay song is The Protection Feature, written by our protection director, Mr. Lipton. Here is an arrangement of Fleetwood Mac's Monday Morning. Let's hear from our conductor able to come tonight by singing to our school fight song, Acres Away. The Seaman Viking marching band. Still in trouble at half capacity. Another incredible evening of performances by the band and the auxiliary team and our Vikettes with another great performance. Our cheerleaders, first rate as always. And tonight's student section, it's neon night tonight. Way to go, students. Original scores at halftime. Washburn Rural 14, Emporia 14. Topeka High 29, Highland Park 6. Baker Linwood 27, Shawnee Heights 10. Here comes the Seaman Viking.
Welcome back into second half action here at Seaman High School. The Vikings lead the Manhattan Indians 21-7 here at the half. And I said earlier that it looked like the Indians were running a 2 QB system between Keenan Schartz and Dane Aschenbrenner. Well, I found out that that is in fact not the case. I'd like to take a quick shout out to Jackson Schneider. He is somebody that works at Eagle Radio, and he covers Manhattan and Junction City football. So Jackson, thank you for this info. Aschenbrenner is really he's really acting right now as the backup running back, because their starting running back, Vinny Smith, who is actually seemed like he was really good. He got into some injury problems, and due to some inexperience in the backup running back system, they decided to go with Aschenbrenner as the actual backup, and I can see why. Man, this guy's really fast. He's got a lot of skill. So definitely look for him, and although it is only 21-7, you know, the Manhattan offense has actually had some really decent plays and just some really decent times, but defensively it's been penalties and, you know, trying to stop the run offense. It's been, you know, kind of iffy. But we'll see what they do in the second half. It's still kind of a close game. It's a 2-possession game, so we'll see how this goes. Also, something else that I found out. So, I mentioned earlier what the, with our, oh, pardon me. I mentioned earlier I was talking about when our next stream would be, because it was scheduled for October 23rd at home against Washburn Rural. And, you know, I was thinking, well, we already played Washburn Rural week 1, because we were already, the Vikings, I should say, were supposed to play against Highland Park, but due to the Topeka Public Schools District postponing their season for 4 weeks, Washburn Rural also had an opening in their schedule. And I originally thought the final regular season game was just going to switch and the Vikings would play Highland Park. Well, that's not the case. The Vikings will play Washburn Rural, but it will be at Washburn Rural. So that means that this is our final regular season stream for football, but it is definitely quite possible that we could stream some playoff football later on. Well, the Vikings are about to start off the second half with the ball. Grant Snowden is the kicker for the Indians. And it looks like Caden Meredith back deep to return for the Vikings. It is a squib kick that is recovered by Kobe Jordan. He bobbled it a bit, and he will just pounce right on it. And the Vikings will start at their own 27.
Kobe Jordan with the kickoff cover. Down the ball at the 27-yard line. It'll be first and 10, Vikes.
Vikings have a first down and 10 at their own 27. After that 0-yard return by Jordan, who really had to pounce on it. We have a bit of a delay as it looks like the officials are bringing in another football. It looks like the ball was already sat down, but they're going to bring in a new one, probably because of COVID rules. That was probably the same ball used in the return, so the ball that was just now thrown to the sideline looks like it will get sanitized later for play. Cowan will look to throw on first down, has an open receiver in Stallbomber, and try to rip away from a defender, but he's out of bounds at the 40, and it is a first down.
Gain of 13 yards on the play, good enough for a Viking first down. Zach Hershey, number 40 on the stop for Manhattan. First and 10, Vikes.
First down and 10, a handoff to Zephyr John, and he's wrapped up, brought down at the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of a half a yard, if anything.
Nathan Zephyr on the carry. Darius O'Connell on the stop for Manhattan. No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
You do say a gain of about a half a yard, so it is on the scoreboard, second down and 10. As Cowan will look to throw. Pressure coming, and he's brought down in the backfield with a sack. That is Talik Houston bringing him down, and it is third down and long. And they're going to say a loss of 9 on the sack. The yard to gain is the 50. And an empty backfield for Cowan, as obviously he'll look to throw on this play to try to get a first down. Fakes the screen. Now going to fire it deep. Has zone wide open. Oh, but he just overthrew him by half a yard. Oh, he had him, and it is fourth down for the Vikings.
Pass intended for Jordan Vaughn, ball 15 complete. Fourth down and 19.
The Indians will get the ball back, fourth down and 19 for the Vikes. Nathan Zephyrjohn to punt it off. And there are 2 Indians back deep to return. It looks like it will be Sequoia Robinson trying to stiff arm a man, and a couple of Vikings run into each other. A couple of great blocks down the left sideline, has a man to beat in Zephyrjohn. Cutting right, Cowan to beat, gets the block. Touchdown, Indians! Sequoia Robinson makes it a one-possession game.
Touchdown, Manhattan. Touchdown return by Ty Jackson.
Some of the fans here on that return were looking for a low block penalty, but to me that looked clean. Not quite sure. Extra point by Snowden hits the uprights. It's no good. As it is still an 8-point game, 21-13. The uprights are still shaking.
Manhattan Indians 13.
What a turn of events here, and we're only on the early part of the second half. This one might go down to the wire. Let's see what happens. Obviously still plenty of time to go. 10:08 in the third. Grant Snowden to kick it off. Caden Meredith back deep to return. Another squib. This time returned by Peyton Murray. Let's see what he can do on this return. Peyton Murray cutting left, brought down at the 40, so good field position by the Vikings. to start off their possession.
Out to the 40-yard line. Tucker, runner on the tackle for Manhattan. 1st and 10 Vikings.
Swap out the football. And it is 1st down for the Vikes. First down, a handoff to Murray, brought down by his ankles. In the backfield, Damian Ilalio. I apologize for any mispronunciations. What a play. Second down and 14 for the Vikings. The Manhattan fans that are here are trying to make themselves known. Deep pass, wide open man. This time it's caught. Kaysen Stallbummer, 1 man to beat. And he's out of bounds inside the 10.
Reed Cowan to Kaysen Stallbummer.
See where they officially mark him. It is about the 6-yard line.
First down and goal to go, Vikings at the 6-yard line.
First down and goal.
Colby Kleiman running Stallbomber out of bounds from Manhattan. 1st and goal.
Handoff up the gut, Zephyr John. Still pushing forward, and I think he's short. A couple of Vikings said he was in, but I think they mark him short. Yeah, they mark him at the 2, I think. They mark him at the 2.
Reed Cowan on the keeper. Down to the 2-yard
Or was that Cowan? I couldn't
line.
quite tell who had the ball. It was either Cowan or Zephyr John. There was just a large pile of both teams, and I couldn't quite tell who had it. Nonetheless, second down and goal at the 2. And a handoff, Zephyr John, touchdown!
Touchdown, Seaman Viking!
What a turnaround by the Vikings, allowing a punt return for a touchdown. And just a minute and a half later, they score with 6 on the board. Ike Pringle to kick the extra point. He's been a perfect 3 for 3 on extra points today. He's 0 for 1 kicking a field goal, but that was from 44. But this extra point is good. 28 to 13 Vikes.
Seaman Vikings 28, Manhattan Indians 13. Vikings scoring drive, 4 plays, 60 yards. Capped off with a 2-yard touchdown run by Nathan Zephyr.
Weather out there starting to get a little bit chilly. The temperature right now is 57 degrees. Just a light wind, going about 5 miles an hour. It's only supposed to get cooler. The low for tonight is 48, but by the end of the game, it should probably be about 55 degrees. Still very warm, or pardon me, not warm, very cool, very brisk. And I feel bad for Ethan Guzman, who's upstairs and not inside. He's outside running the camera. Ike Pringle kicks it off, a squibber. And let's see what the Indians do. It is returned. Trying to go to the right side, but he's brought down just short of the 30.
Number 14, Mason Reed on the return.
And that was Mason Reed on the return.
Tackle by number 1, Cameron Selva.
And be prepared for some fireworks to happen at some point. It looks like there were some at the end of the play.
First and 10.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that case, but I'm just saying if it happens, it didn't come out of nowhere. Even though the Indians scored in this half, this is the first time their offense is on the field. And it looks like Aschenbrenner only gets a yard on the handoff on first down.
Tackle by 28, Caden Meredith. Short gain on the play.
They call a gain of about 2. So second down and 8. Second down, and Sharts will keep it on the option, but he's brought down there on the line of scrimmage and gets a gain of, oh, they're going to say a gain of 2, actually. Looked like maybe 1 at most for a second, but they say a gain of 2. Third down and 6 at their own 34-yard line.
Tackle by number 66, Ewan Mills. Third down and 6.
Third down, looks like a shotgun, but with 2 people in the backfield. Sharts is the quarterback, and a flag, and might be a false start. False starts the call, and that'll make it 3rd and 11.
5-yard penalty on the offense. Backs it up to the 29-yard line. It'll be third down and 11 yards to go.
Once again, a shotgun. And yet again, Sharts is the quarterback. Fakes the handoff, and he's going to look to throw. He had to throw it late. It is incomplete, and everybody's looking for an intentional grounding. He was outside the tackle box, and there's the flag. It came up short of the line of scrimmage, and there was no receiver. Even though he was out of the tackle box, that is still intentional grounding. And it will be 4th down and long for Manhattan. It's a 5-yard penalty, but like I said, lost it down, so it's 4th and 16. And Manhattan Indians will punt with Aschenbrenner back deep to kick it off. And Peyton Murray and Caden Meredith back deep to return, and they are both standing at midfield at the moment. This time the kick is low, and Murray will pick it up and return it at the 40. Rolling left is grabbed and brought down, and that might be a loss on the return as he is at the 37-yard line.
Murray on the return for the Vikings.
Vikings up by 2 possessions as they look to extend it even more. 6:40 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
First and 10 Vikings at the 37-yard line.
Play clock hasn't started yet. Let's see what's going on. And the Manhattan Indians going to have to come off the field, which what I can assume is in a equipment malfunction or violation, which if you watched the stream last week against the Topeka West Chargers, there were a lot of those. Both teams were wearing, special uniforms. It was some sort of throwback or something, because the Vikings are wearing blue uniforms, and the Chargers, even though their main colors are purple and white, had some yellow in them as well. On first down, Cowan will look to throw. Pressure is coming, but he's going to fire it deep on the right side, and it is incomplete, out of the hands of Kason Stahlbaumer. A good idea, but just a bit too far. It's like a couple of other Reed Cowan throws that were just close to touchdowns, and it is second down. This time Cowan will come under center, and that is Zephyrjohn in the backfield. A pitch out, Stahlbaumer bobbled it, trying to land on it, and he does at the 32. So a loss of 5, as it was just an option. But I don't know if that was just some miscommunication and it was thrown in front of Stahlbaumer. I don't know. Either way, loss of 5, third down and 15 at their own 32. Shotgun set, so it will be a throw by Cowan. Zephyrjohn's back there to block. A deep pass on the left side, P.J. Vargas. He's got it! And down at the 30. Reed Cowan has an arm like a cannon. And a great pass to P.J. Vargas for a first down at the Manhattan 29.
First down, Vikings at the 29-yard line.
Five and a half minutes to go in the third quarter. Motion up front, and might be on the defense. Or did somebody flinch up front? It's on the defense. So that'll make it first down and 5, as the Vikings are now at the Manhattan 24. First down and 5 after the penalty. As Cowan will hand it off to Zephyrjohn. Zephyrjohn bullying his way forward into the red zone. Brought down at the 16 and a first down.
Nathan Zephyrjohn on the carry for the Vikings. Good enough for a first down. Tackle by number 10, Colby Kleiman. First and 10 Vikes at the 16-yard line.
First down and 10 at the 16. The play clock is at 10. They get it off in time, and a handoff on the end around to Peyton Murray, and he'll get a gain of about 3, maybe 4.
Peyton Murray on the carry for the Vikings. Picked up of about 4 yards on the play on second down and 6. Tackle again by Colby Kleiman from Manhattan.
And that tackle, if you heard that name, was Colby Kleiman. If that name sounds familiar, he is the son of K-State head coach Chris Kleiman. Kleiman, who mainly plays on defense. He's a 5'8" junior defensive back. And a timeout called by the Vikings. That's their first timeout of the half.
Seaman Viking.
With 4:09 to go here in the third quarter. Four and 9 to go here in the third quarter. Second down and 6 at the Manhattan 12. Interested to see what the Vikings will draw up here. As with head coach Glenn O'Neill, they have a pretty good master of play calling ever since he started his tenure here at Seaman High School. Cowan looks like he will be under center with Peyton Murray and Nathan Zephyr-John in the backfield. Hand off to Murray. He brought down inside the 10 around the 9-yard line, gain of about 3, and it'll be third down.
Pick up a 3 yards on the play. It'll be third down and 3. Tackled by number 33, Jackson Viking.
Play clock at 10 as the Vikings finally get set with Zephyr-John in the backfield. And a handoff, and one of those QB sneaks with only the center and the quarterback moving, but they're going to mark him a yard short of the line to gain, and it is fourth down.
Reed Cowan on the keeper. Pick up a couple of yards. It will be fourth down and 1.
And the offense for the time being is staying on the field. So we'll see what Vikings coaches will try to draw up here. If they'll draw up anything. As they gotta hurry. Play clock's at 8. It's a pitch out. Stahlbomber has the edge, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. The third touchdown of the game for Stahlbomber, the second on the ground. Ike Pringle, who's been perfect. Flag is down. He's going to say perfect for extra points, and they're going to say offside on Manhattan. We'll replay it, and I think the Vikings will probably just try to kick it again. And we'll see what the Vikings decide to do. I think the offense might be coming on the field or they're at least checking with the coaches to see what to do. Yeah, the kicking team is staying on the field. They may have declined the penalty. Yeah, they declined it. Yeah, because I noticed the ball didn't move. Still at that 3, at that hash mark that's in the middle of the field at the 3 to signify where those plays usually start. Ike Pringle. Did he make this one? Yes, he did. 35-13 Vikings with just over 2.5 to go here in the third.
Seaman Vikings 35, Manhattan Indians 13. Vikings scoring drive, 8 plays, 63 yards, capped off with a 2-yard touchdown.
Vikings will kick it off to the Indians. Once again, Joe Hall back deep to return, and Ike Pringle to kick it off. 2:38 to go here in the third quarter. Vikings with a multi-possession lead. A line drive that is trying to get returned at the 40-yard line, and that's where he will go down. It was Sequoia Robinson who had the punt return for a touchdown earlier. Good thing for padding to kind of, break the path of the football as that thing came in like a rocket. Aschenbrenner at quarterback now for the Manhattan Indians. In the backfield with him, that is Talik Houston. It will be a fake handoff, and Aschenbrenner gets wrapped up and brought down. Kobe Jordan did not bite on the option, and he stayed with Aschenbrenner the whole time.
Aschenbrenner on the carry.
And they call a gain of 1.
Number 32, Kobe Jordan. Second down and 9.
Breeze starting to pick up here at Seaman High School. Still a bit chilly on second down and 9, and Aschenbrenner will run it again. He had a lane up the gut. He got the first down inside midfield and into Viking territory and a first down.
Peyton Murray on the tackle. First down yardage. It'll be first and 10 at the Viking 49-yard line.
First down and 10 at the Viking 48. Aschenbrenner will run again for the third time in a row, and he's brought down after a gain of 8.
Aschenbrenner on the carry. Pick up of 8 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 2. Tackle by number 9, Camden Barta.
Aschenbrenner will fire a screen pass on the right side that is caught, and he tried to cut to the left. He got the first by about a yard. That was Israel Newby. And first down and 10, it is at the Viking 38. So Manhattan really moving the ball down the field now.
Tackled by number 65, Hasington. First and 10, Manhattan. At the Viking.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Is it his first down and 10? And a shotgun set for Aschenbrenner. With 7 on the play clock, he hands it off to Houston. He had a lane up the gut, which quickly collapsed after he gained 8. And he's brought down at the 30.
Houston on the carry.
And the Manhattan might let the clock run all the way down to end the third quarter.
2 yards to go.
unless they go quickly to try to get one more play in, which would be a good idea if they want to try to come back. They're down by 3 possessions, a 22-point game. They will run one more play. Aschenbrenner on the run. He found a gap and is brought down after a gain of 5, but another first down as the clock will stop momentarily, but after the ball sets down, will end the third quarter.
Good enough for a first down. Brought down by Cameron Barta.
And they'll let the clock run down, and they are holding up their 4 fingers high, the Indians are. As after 3, it is 35-13 Vikes. 36 minutes down, 12 to go. Fourth quarter action about to get started. The Manhattan Indians are down by 22. 35-13 deficit here at Seaman High School. Once again, Lane Gillespie on hand. Upstairs running the camera is Ethan Guzman. We'd like to thank you all for joining us. As on first down, Aschenbrenner will run it again and gets a pretty decent gain, a gain of about 3. Something that the Manhattan Indians might want to do is try to increase their tempo. Aschenbrenner will throw it. Pass may have hit the dirt, and yes, it did. I say dirt, but it's turf here at Seaman High School, but you get the picture. The intended receiver was Joe Hall. So instead of dirt, artificial grass and pellets, basically. Third down and 7 for Manhattan. It's do or die time right here. Aschenbrenner in the shotgun, and he will look to throw. He's going to fire across the middle. The pass is caught inside the 10, and it's a first down and goal for Manhattan. Mason Reed was the receiver on the play, and they mark him down at the 8. One of the few passes that Manhattan has done all day. Works out well as it's first down and goal. Aschenbrenner will run it. Found a lane. Still pushing through. Brought down. Ball is out. And it's recovered by Manhattan in the end zone. And it's a touchdown. I didn't see who recovered the ball, but the call on the field is a touchdown for Manhattan.
Touchdown, Manhattan.
This game gets wackier and wackier, I tell you. From my angle, I thought he was down by contact, but they say that the ball came out first and was recovered by a Manhattan player. What a weird formation this is. Hey, you want it to get wacky? Take it a step further. As Mason Reed runs it in for 2. And it is 35-21.
2-point conversion is good.
Wow.
Number 14, Mason Reed on the conversion. Next score, Seaman Viking 35, Manhattan Indians 21.
Those 8 points for Manhattan make it a 2-possession game with the Vikings lead, 35-21, 11 minutes to go. I wouldn't be opposed to an onside kick, but of course it would raise some questions of if you do it this early. Well, for the first time, as it looks like, they're kicking on the right hash. Usually they kick it up the middle, but this time it's on the hash. So I don't know if they'll just kick it further to the right or to the left, or if it's actually an onside kick. Well, the kicker Grant Snowden is gearing up for it to be a regular kick, but a couple of Vikings are pushing up in case is it an onside kick. It's touched by a Viking and recovered by Manhattan. Just a simple onside kick directed right towards somebody on the opposing team to hit it back and recover it by your kicking team. And just like that, Manhattan has a chance to make it a 1-possession game.
Kick is recovered by Manhattan. It'll be 1st and 10 Indians at the 48.
I'm going to keep using the adjective wacky because that is the very definition of this ball game, and we have 11 minutes to go. 35-21 Vikings. But Manhattan gave themselves a chance. It'll be just a late pass caught by Hall, evades a couple of defenders and gets brought down after a gain of 5. And they're going to stop the clock because he was out of bounds. Joe Hall was the receiver off the pass from Aschenbrenner. And it is second down and 5 at the Viking 47.
They have got 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from the Viking 47-yard line.
Aschenbrenner on 2nd down will keep the ball, and he tried to reverse field and is brought down in the backfield. A loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd down and 7. This time it's probably do or die time.
Tackle for loss by number 66, Ewan Mills. Brings up 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Aschenbrenner in a shotgun, because it looks like he's been the go-to quarterback in the late going, and he will look to throw. He tried to look to the right, now fires late, knocked away, incomplete. Great defense from Camden Barta, and it's 4th down, Manhattan. And if you're Manhattan, you have to go for it, I think. You're down 2 possessions, 10 minutes left. You got to. Play clock at 12 as they are just now getting set. And they got to hurry, 5 seconds and a whistle and a timeout called by Manhattan, their first of the half. Man, what a game. Even though it's still a 2-possession game, what a game we have here at Seaman High School, folks. Like I said earlier, this is the final regular season home game, as we originally thought the last regular season home game would be on the 23rd against Washburn Rural, but in fact that game will be at Washburn Rural, so this is the final stream for regular season football here at Seaman High School, but if everything still goes the Vikings' way and they end up with a really great record and get a really great seeding for the state tournament, like I said earlier, the better seed in each game gets to host the game, which we would be able to stream.
Third quarter scores across the region: Topeka High 29, Highland Park 12, Emporia and Washburn Rural still tied at 14-14. Silver Lake 35, Mission Valley 14.
Still waiting on Manhattan to break from their sideline to get this play going.
Linwood 41, Shining Heights 10 in the fourth quarter.
And here we go. 4th down and 7
Fourth
at the Viking
down,
49.
7 yards to go.
The Manhattan Indians recovered the onside kick, but only gained 3 yards so far from it. And let's see what they do. Ashton Brenner will look to throw, has deep, and it's picked off! Caden Ireland with the interception. And the Vikings take over.
Ireland for the Vikings. Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Vikings take over at their own 33, and they'll probably try to look to extend their lead. First down and 10, it's a handoff to Zephyr John. He broke through a lane, trying to bully his way through, brought down at the 45. Crowd looking for a flag, doesn't get one, and it's first down Vikings.
Good enough for a Viking first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First down and 10 Vikings at their own 45 after a big run from Nathan Zephyrjohn. Another handoff this time. It is still Zephyrjohn, but he's wrapped up, brought down in the backfield. That's Damian Ilalio.
Loss of a couple on the play.
And they'll say a loss of 2.
Tackled by number 45, Damian Ilalio in Manhattan. Second down and 8. Excuse me, second down and about 11 and a half.
Second down and, like the public address or announcer said, about 11 and a half. And a shotgun set for Reed Cowan. And Cowan will look to throw on second down. Pressure's coming off the left edge. Has Stahlbomber open for a first down, and he's brought down inside the 40. Kason Stahlbomber has been all over the ball all night long.
Picking up the 14 yards on the play. Good enough for a Viking first down. First and 10, Seaman at the Manhattan 39-yard line.
First down at the Manhattan 39-yard line for the Seaman Vikings. And a handoff to Zephyrjohn. He found a lane, but he gets tripped up after a gain of 4. And they have the ball at the 35.
Gain of about 4 yards on the play. Brings up second down and 6.
Clouds starting to form here at Seaman High School. No chance of precipitation, though, or minimal at best.
By number 63, McCoy, Wing.
As the clouds are covering up the moon on the east side of Seaman Stadium, and it, in the spirit of October, actually Looks kind of eerie. Around 7.5 minutes to go in the ball game with the Vikings leading by 14. A pitch out to Stahlbomber, going right. Evades a defender, still going and hit out of bounds inside the 30 to the 29. And they might mark a first down. That's the yard to gain. First down, Vikings.
Picked up 7 yards on the play. Good enough for a Viking first down. Number 41, Dante Walters on the stop for Manhattan. First and 10 Vikings at the Indian 28-yard line.
Play clock at 10 for the Vikes as they've got to hurry it up. The clock is still stopped, but because they were out of bounds, so I guess it is still stopped, but the Vikings will call timeout as the play clock was running out. And that is their second timeout of the second half.
And a final from Emporia, Washburn Rural 21, Emporia 14.
We have a final score in the Centennial League. Washburn Rural defeated Emporia. The Emporia Spartans are who the Vikings are going to play against next week on the road. But for now, the Vikings face first down and 10 at the Manhattan 28-yard line. As Zephyrjohn has the ball, got hit at the line, but carried his way forward for a couple extra. And they mark a gain of 2.
You
know how I said the moon was covered by the clouds, well, now the moon is out. If y'all want to go outside and look to the east, at least if you're in North Topeka, you can see just how eerie this looks. But hey, Spirit of October, spooky season. There will be a full moon on Halloween. Cowan looking to throw, and he will just take the sack. And that's going to be a huge loss, a loss of about 5 or 6. And it's third down and long. They do call it a loss of 5, so it is 3rd and 15.
Loss of 5 on the play brings up 3rd down and 15.
And an empty back shotgun for Reed Cowan. He'll look to throw. He might run with it. He fires late. Pass is dropped by Zephyrjohn, and he pounds the ground in frustration, and he had it. It's 4th down. Let's see what the Vikings do. 6:07 to go. It's too long for a field goal. A field goal from here would be about 52 yards, 51 maybe. And Ike Pringle missed a 45-yarder earlier, just short. And I think the Vikings are going to go for it because you're between that field goal and that punting range. The range where if you kick it, but you miss it short, then, of course, Manhattan picks it up there. But there is the chance of punting it off and allowing a touchback. 8 on the play clock with an empty back shotgun for Cowan once again, as there is some confusion by the Vikings. 2 on the play clock and a timeout called by the Vikings, their last one of the ball game.
Timeout, Seaman. Another final. Hayden 43, Osawatomie 6.
If you heard that, or if you didn't, the final score for the Hayden ball game, they played against Osawatomie, and Hayden won 43-6. As dominant as they always are. One of the best in, for the time being, in 3A football in the state of Kansas. 4th down and 15 for the Vikings, and the offense is going to go for it. With 6:07 to go in the ball game. Reed Cowan, let's see what he can do, and a whistle. And now the Indians will call timeout.
Timeout, Manhattan.
Try again here. 4th down and 15 for the Vikes at the Manhattan 33-yard line. The Vikings called timeout earlier, and then Manhattan just called timeout. So maybe, just maybe, we'll get the game going. 6:05 to go in the ball game. Still a shotgun, and Manhattan's looking to stack the box. A flag is down, and it's false start on the Vikings. I think they called it on Peyton Murray. So what are the Vikings going to do? The punting unit's going to come out on the field, and they will just give it right back to the Manhattan Indians. I don't think this game clock has ran at about 3 actual minutes at least. Nathan Zephyr-John's going to punt it, and there are 2 Manhattan Indians back to return. That is Tyjon Jackson and Sequoia Robinson. Robinson had a punt return for a touchdown early in the ball game, and it is high, and it is going to bounce and go inside the 10, and it will die at about the 10. That's where Manhattan will start it off, and if they want to get back to this ball game, they're going to have to go 90 yards in a quick amount of time with under 6 minutes to go.
First and 10, Manhattan. Another 4th quarter scores. Prairie Thompson 42, Winfield 14.
Manhattan taking over at their own 10. Ashton Brenner, the quarterback. We've had a lot of plays on the ground, and this time we'll hand it off. It is a gain of 5, and a flag is down. Might be for a face mask. I think the ball carrier was Israel Newby. I may be wrong there. I think it is. It is Israel Newby, but a flag is down, and I heard people say face mask, so we'll see. I hope somebody at home is counting how many personal fouls there have been on both teams, because I've lost track. So we have a lot of officials in red and blue in the stands on this side of Seaman Stadium. Nonetheless, first down at their own 30. That pushed them up 20 yards. Ashenbrenner will throw. Now he reverses field. He might run. Nope, he's going to fire it deep. He has a man open, but he underthrew it, and it is almost intercepted by Caden Ireland.
Pass intended for number 6, Tyler Hahn.
Man alive.
Broken up by
How many
Caden
drop passes have there
Ireland.
been, whether offensively or defensively? Second down and 10 for the Indians.
Second down and 10 to go at the 30-yard line.
This time it'll be a handoff. It's Newby again, and he'll get a gain of about 6. 5.5 maybe. I think that's what they'll say, and it is third down and 4.5.
Tackle by Ewan Mills. Targeted Payson on the tackle.
The Indians are going to have to push tempo if they want to try to get back in this game. They only have one timeout with 5:10 to go in the ball game. Third down, and Ashenbrenner will look to throw. Pressure coming, fires late, pass is caught, but he's brought down a couple yards short of the line to gain. The receiver was Mason Reed, and it is fourth down. Fourth down and 2. Big play for Manhattan if they want to try to get back in this.
Fourth down.
Shotgun set for Ashenbrenner. Clock is running. He will look to throw. He's going to fire. It is... Is it caught? It's intercepted! The Vikings have it! Wow! Caden Heidenrich somehow came up with the ball.
Caden Heinrich on the turnover for the Vikings.
How did that happen? Still going to use the term wacky.
First and 10, Seaman at the Manhattan 41-yard
4:37 to go. And the Vikings have it at the Manhattan 41-yard line. So if I'm the Vikings, I just run the clock as much as I can. Handoff to Peyton Murray on the end around, but he's wrapped up in the backfield. A loss of 4. No, pardon me, 3.
Peyton Murray on the carry.
Still, if you're the Vikings, run the clock if you can.
Robinson on the tackle. Loss of 3. Second and 13.
About 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Second down and 13 for the Vikings. Multiple receivers with Zephyr John in the backfield. It'll just be a quick pass. It was caught at the 38. And it is third down, but it is third down and manageable. Third down and 7 is the official call.
Gain of 6. Brings up third down and 7.
Third down and 7 at the Manhattan 38-yard line for the Seaman Vikings. Pitch out. It's Stahlbaumer looking to cut upfield. He found a lane, and he is brought down just about a yard or 2 short of the line to gain. But, man, he turned nothing into something. It's fourth down and 2 at the 32-yard line. Under 3 minutes to go, and the Seaman coaches are to my right, and they're saying let the clock run.
Gain of 5 on the carry brings up fourth down and 2.
As when the play clock runs out, it'll be 2:28, just around there. Let's see what they do. Probably either a hard count or try something up the gut. Four on the play clock, 3, 2. And handoff, Zephyr John got the first down inside the 30.
Good for a Viking first down.
That might just about end it. once the clock starts, the Vikings can take a knee probably a couple of times, or maybe 3 times, to end the game. We will see.
First and 10 Vikings at the 28-yard line.
Start the clock!
8 on the play clock. Handoff Zephyrjohn, and he's brought down inside the 25 around the 23-yard line.
Zephyrjohn on the carry. Six-yard gain on the play, brings up second down and 4.
Second down and 4, handoff Zephyrjohn, brought down at around the 21-yard line. Third down and about 3.
For a couple of yards, brings up third down and 3. Tackle at number 45, Damian Alalio.
And timeout called by Manhattan. That's their last one.
Timeout.
There are 74 seconds left to play. Vikings lead by 2 touchdowns. Some final scores coming in the Centennial League. Only just about a couple of games though. Pacer Linwood defeated Shawnee Heights. Well, Shawnee Heights is not in the Centennial League anymore, but they used to be. They are a Shawnee County school. Pacer Linwood defeated Shawnee Heights 47-16.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please help our
The other Centennial League game was Washington Emporia. Junior Blues beat the Spartans 21-14.
And remember, while departing, to wear your mask and social distance. And please refrain from congregating at the exits. Thank you for helping keep our students safe so they can continue to have opportunities to compete and perform.
Third down and 3 at the Manhattan 21-yard line. Movement up front, and that's a flag on the defense, and that's going to do it.
Offside, Manhattan. 5-yard penalty results in an automatic first down for the Vikings. It is first and 10.
The Vikings can just take a couple of knees to end the ball game, and that will do it. As they take a knee, the Vikings will move up to 4-1 on the season. The Indians will fall to 2-3. As victory formation is in play here for the Seaman Vikings. They'll just take one more knee, and they can celebrate their victory. Band is playing the school song, but there's still one more snap that needs to be played as fans are starting to exit. The Vikings are just one knee away. Going 4-1, and there it is. The Vikings keep their home winning streak alive as they defeat the Manhattan Indians by a score of 35-21. As the celebration begins, we'd like to thank you all so much for joining us here this season on Seaman Viking Television, here live on YouTube. This is the final home game for the regular season, but make sure to follow Seaman Vikings football on all your social media so you can get some updates about potential future streams for the playoffs later on this fall. Well, that'll do it for us. For Ethan Guzman, I'm Lane Gillespie. Thank you all so much for tuning in.